Hi, thank you for joining us about how to thrive as a caregiver during the summer. My name is Sarah. I'm a family support specialist for the Birth Defy Project. I am a mother of four children. Two of my children have disabilities. Prior to this job, I was a special education teacher for 10 years, working with kids that had high communication, physical, and medical needs. I have a passion to support individuals with disabilities and their families and advocate sports and services. And I really like to read, and I've taken the time to read many books about the perspectives of people with disabilities.
I'm Melissa Suarez. I live in Philadelphia, have lived in Philadelphia my whole life. I have three boys. All of them have IEPs and like a variety of needs. My youngest uses sign language that I taught him to speak. Before this life, I was a registered nurse for nearly 20 years, and I like reading books, but I don't have time to read books with three boys. So now I just listen to audiobooks, and we've just celebrated a 10-year anniversary being married.
So
So
Melissa's
what
going
we
to
do? Yep,
explain what
sorry,
we
what we do.
do.
Systems navigation is what we have for our 6 to the end of your lifetime, really. They work with families with intellectual disabilities and autism. We help families navigate the systems that they encounter, both medical and educational. Trauma-informed care is another domain that we work with, where we emphasize the attention to the caregiver and recovery from trauma, like frequent hospitalization, time management tips, family dynamics, sibling dynamics, and just really kind of like finding out who you are again, despite all that. And then there's me and Sarah, and this is birth to five, really, birth to five. And we target younger families. We have more significant needs in a different way than the other two groups. We offer peer support. So as you just heard, we're both individuals with families with disabilities. What we do is we connect with families and we help them kind of navigate that process.
So today we're going to talk about preparing a child for summer, why structure is important to children, and ways to create structure during the summer, and summer self-care activities. If you want to go, Melissa.
Starting preparing your child for summer. Start the conversation early. You may want to discuss this with them before school ends. Things start to change around the household. Celebrate your child's accomplishments over the year. Most young children are just beginning to have an understanding of time, so you could just make it markers, like, with my son, we say, we're going to do 3 more and then this happens. So you might want to do that countdown. Take photos. Did you take a photo at the beginning of the school year? You can take a photo at the end of the school year to see how they've grown or to catalog that. Social stories are also very helpful with children with autism, and they can participate in making the teacher a gift for that year.
And here's some just resources of social stories or books to read to your child to talk about the end of the school year. A lot of the resources have teacher pay teacher, but if you go to the filter, you can filter free resources, so you don't have to pay for any of the resources.
So what does summer entail? Summer entails sleeping in, staying up late, loads of free time, and irregular trips and excursions that they normally don't get to go on during the school year. Why is the structure important to children during the summer? Because of many reasons. It allows them to feel safe and secure, comfortable, know their limits. Children are able to anticipate what's coming and what's going to change. Children feel more in control of their environment. It helps them regulate their emotions and positive behaviors, setting expectations, builds confidence, and supports independence. helps children with time management skills. And then children are, again, able to anticipate those transitions.
So when we don't have structure days, our kids can end up bored, fighting each other, or you end up feeling grumpy or unproductive. So here's some ways we can add structure to our summer. You can create daily routines and make your daily routines visual. Have a summer calendar. Prepare your child for upcoming plans. Offer them their own space. Reward positive behaviors. Get outdoors and do physical activities. Limit screen time. Have mandatory quiet time. Create developmentally appropriate responsibilities for your child, such as cleaning up toys, washing their hair, and create a summer tradition. And we'll go into detail in the upcoming slides of each one. So for this presentation, we're going to focus on routine. It's a simple order of events that you consistently perform in order stated. A schedule is performing tasks specifically in the order and allotted time to do each part. So instead of staring at a clock, stressing about the time, we're just going to focus on routines, the order of consistently performing the order of activities. So there will be times in your day that you might need to be clock-based, such as you have to attend OT at 9 o'clock. You'll just follow your routine, just maybe at a different pace, like a quicker pace. So reflection questions. The first thing you need to do is sit down and think about, what do you want your days to look like? What are things that you need to get done? And what are things that are going to be a win for you and your children? Tips for creating daily routines. So make a list of the daily activities and tasks your children engage in regularly, as well as things that you'd like to do more now that you have more time. It's in the summer. Now that you have a list of what you want to do, you need to decide when it makes sense to do it. So you can start by dividing your list into time blocks: morning, afternoon, evening, whatever works for you. And like, routines are about rigidly controlling every moment of your child's day. I think just a healthy routine should include plenty of free time and independent play. You can assign daily activities and tasks to each block of time, filling gaps by deciding on structure activities for your children. Like, at this time, we're gonna do outdoor play, we're gonna work on fine motor skills, maybe do some quiet time. Keep the meal times and bedtime routines the same throughout the summer. And if possible, keep them the same time you would have done it during the school year. It'll help your transition back to school. So make creating routines fun. Have your child decorate the routine. I mean, this could be simple, such as stickers and markers. Schedule routine summer activities like going to the park at the same time every day, and schedule fun activities during the day to get out of your house. Offer your child choices. Encourage your child to choose activities in your routine whenever possible. You can have a fun list, activities list, where you can have pictures of fun activities posted in the house, so you can direct them, your child, to pick an activity from the picture board. So maybe it's like just independent play time. You can have a choice board for them to pick from. And we'll show you examples of choice boards ahead of slides. Have mandatory quiet time for everyone in the afternoon. So here's an example of a picture choice board. It could be as many pictures as you want. It's just dependent on your child's ability. So you can give them a choice, and they can say, like, they can touch, point, look, and say, like, I want to play doll or ball. So you can use pictures from like Google Images. You can use pictures taken by your cell phone. This one has like illustrated pictures. This one has more choices. And think about this
It does
size.
shapes. Did you notice that? It does shapes.
Oh.
Sorry.
Um, so yeah, you can think about also how big the image should be based on your child's vision. I know my son has a vision disability, so we make sure that the size of the picture is big enough for him to see. We also do like a high contrast backgrounds, like the pictures are against a black board or black background. Here's some activities to consider building into your routine. There's outings, meals and snacks, nap time, quiet time, screen time, outdoor activities such as like going to the playground, exercise, brushing teeth, combing hair, getting dressed, shoes and socks, reading, and chores. Here are a few simple ideas for outings with your child. Um, Going to the library, mall playgrounds, outside playground, the pet store. I know my children love to look at all the animals. I could spend a good amount of time looking at all the animals. Local science museum, Target to play with the toys, and you can leave them there. Hiking, community pool or spray grounds, restaurants with a play place. I know Chick-fil-A by us has a play place that we like to go to. Trips on public transportation. If your child likes trains or buses, I think they have a discount for younger children. So take advantage of the summer recreation and education opportunities that most places offer. So I'm gonna go over outreach. Outreach is if you have secondary insurance Medicaid, then you should have an access card. And with this access card, you can get admission to over like 80 culture sites, like the Franklin Institute, Please Touch Museum, Art Museum, even like the Philadelphia Ballet. There's many sites. And it's just $2 per ticket. I think you can get up to 4 tickets for people. So there's the website to outreach and then the list of participating organizations.
And everybody should be able to get medical assistance because of their child's disability. You can contact us if you're not sure how to go about doing that. And this is all year round, but it's especially useful during the summertime. Joining the YMCA with most insurances and with Medicaid is free. So you can join your local YMCA or even just like attend one of their classes. Can be really fun. Kids going bowling. Who doesn't love kids throwing balls down lanes where you can just sit back and relax? There's a couple different lanes that offer this bowling free, and you don't have to bowl unless you really want to bowl, but your kids get to go for free. The Erie lanes, South Bowl, Thunderbird lanes is the big one in the Northeast. There's also the one on Holm Ave.
And these are just a list of ideas for free outings. And also there is a list of spray grounds and splash pads in Philadelphia. More and check out the Philadelphia Parks and Rec website because they offer many events, and also the Philadelphia Free Library have many events for kids. So visual schedules can take various forms depending on your child's needs and preferences. Picture-based visual schedules use images, symbols, or photographs to sequence each activity or task. These images are often placed on a board or a strip that the individual can move or remove as they complete each task. You can use photos of items, activities, or people your child is familiar with. So tips on creating a visual schedule. Gather your visuals based on identified activities, gather appropriate visuals. These can be images from the internet, photographs, or icons representing each activity. Ensure the visuals are clear and uncluttered, and they're easily recognizable. Ideally, because our children are young, using real photos of the actual activities or items would be helpful. I know for my son, I just took my cell phone and took pictures of all his toys or activities that we were doing. And organize the schedule. Decide what format of visual schedule. In the upcoming slides, we'll give you a couple examples. You can use simple board with Velcro strips for removable visuals. You can use printed paper schedules, a digital app. A combination of these might be beneficial. Arrange activities chronically from left to right or top to bottom, depending on your chosen format. So here's some ideas of how to create your visual schedule. You can use a whiteboard, use washi tape to grid the lines of the whiteboard, use a dry eraser marker to check off activities. You can use a chalkboard. Again, you're checking off the tasks you completed with colorful chalk. Use a printable morning routine chart. There's many digital tools and apps that can be used. You can use a printed schedule and put one of those protective covers on and use a dry eraser marker. And then it's important to find a dedicated space in your for your child's routine. Hang your routine in some place where your child can see it easily and make sure it's in the same spot every day. Like a good place probably be in the kitchen, on your fridge, a place where everyone goes. So there's plenty of great resources out there for images, and here are a few. And the upcoming slides are just examples of some visual schedules like this. You can put the paper flat down when you've completed the task. This has Velcro on it. You can Velcro a check, or oh, sorry, you close it to say that you've completed the activity. You have a to-do side all done. So once for this example, you say hello, then you would put the say hello icon on the all done. Another my afternoon routine, which is just pictures, clip art pictures to do, and then it has a line for finished. And so you could have one that you just check off when you do the activity. This one has Velcro. So I know like we have one for our morning routine that we Velcro, and we kind of just, once we're done the activity, we take it off and just put it in a Ziploc bag that's nearby. Here are visual schedule resources. You can find templates and images. And again, to be helpful, also, you can use first and then boards. So saying like, this is what we're gonna do right now. When we're done this activity, we're gonna do this next. This example picture is more for school. So first we're gonna do circle time and then we're gonna do snack. So just to help know what the child is expected. And here are resources for first and then. Oh, I do it. Sorry, I'm just me supporting your child follow through daily routines. So review your schedule at the beginning of each day. Refer to your schedule before and after activities throughout your day. Model the steps and allow your children to practice them, and provide visual prompts, such as maybe you need to point to the next activity. Provide positive descriptive feedback when your children both attempt to follow or succeed in following routine. Ensure there's indication when your child has completed the task, such as moving the image across to the finish side, or we said putting it in a bag or checking it off. And then making a summer calendar, you can review upcoming events with your children, such as family barbecue and activities events as it gets scheduled. You can also employ pictures too, since our kids are young and most likely not reading. This should just let them know of upcoming events. And preparing a child for upcoming events. Preview any known changes in your child's summer well in advance. For example, if your family is taking a trip or attending a social gathering, make sure they're prepared your child for what to expect, like when and where, who will be there, what if they feel stressed or overwhelmed. It can be helpful to familiarize your child ahead of time with the destination by using photographs, videos, books, social stories, and more, and generate a new daily or weekly schedule when routine changes. Like if you're taking a vacation or trip, then the new schedule should indicate what stays the same and what is different. Offer your child their own space. So it can be challenging at any point throughout the year to try to exist in one space as a family. So if it's feasible, create a specific space for each child to give them a sense of ownership and control. The space could be their bedroom, a small section of the living room, or even the backyard, and make the space where they can play with limited interactions. And maybe if this is not feasible, another option could be to set up specific spaces within your home for certain activities. Like this is where we're going to do quiet time. This is where we're going to do like crafts. You're on, Melissa.
We should reward the positive behaviors. You choose 2 or 3 most desired positive behaviors to nurture with consistency and positive reinforcement. And try to ignore as many negative behaviors as you can. That means to not give them attention. For example, like if they're throwing themselves on the ground in the food mart, you don't want to give that behavior attention by just like coddling them. What ideally you would like to do is ignore that behavior and instruct them on the correct behavior to have. As Sarah said, model it. Get outdoors and do physical activities. Try to do outdoor activities that your child enjoys. That could be swimming, tag, riding a bike, which will allow him or her to burn off some extra energy, might make a better quiet time as well. Exercise is important for both physical and mental health. It may help to keep a list of these activities available, and you might want to do that even when you're making your visual schedule to just kind of have them like interspersed within. So some outdoor activities are play bubbles, take a nature walk, playing catch or rolling a ball around, water play. I always love water play. Story time outside, eating outside sometimes, just like creating a picnic is just like a fun event for them. Listening to music, hide and seek. What else? Paint with water on the driveway or sidewalk. Do yoga. If you can get your child to do yoga, there's lots of benefits to that. Playing frisbee. Sorry, go ahead.
This guy.
Paint with water on the driveway, drive with sidewalk chalk, sidewalk chalk. Make a fairy garden. Sometimes just making a garden is nice. That way they get to see what happens by the end of the summer. Plant flowers, outdoor, I said outdoor yoga, I did that. Make up a lemonade stand. So my kids just made up a lemonade stand and they made $50. It's pretty amazing. And go for a rainbow walk, do outdoor finger painting, have a car wash or wash your pet. Limiting screen time, I think, is up to every single family, but what we do is we have a specific time span that we're allowing it. And in the summertime, we offer just a little bit more since there's more time at home and they're not doing as much like rigorous work. These
It's
are a
just,
bunch of,
yeah.
go ahead.
You know, there's an resources for indoor activities you can do with your child. And here's some just Instagram accounts that provide activities for our age children.
You say our age children.
Yeah.
Uh, um, so you want to create, I love this. I love giving my kids chores. You want to create some chores that they can do and that they can do successfully. This is a good time to kind of like help teach them independence and responsibility. They can do different things around the house with you. Letting your child help you with a chore might also be helpful. So if they can't fold clothes well, then maybe just having them sort them when you're getting ready to wash them.
Yeah. Just you can first like show them how to do it and then let your child help you do it. And then if they're able to just do it on their own. But as Melissa said, they might need your assistance each time.
Some potential chores or ideas or tidying the toys at the end of the day, filling up a cat or dog's bowl with water with caution, water, flower the plants, help do some of the grocery shopping. My son, we did that with him and he now grocery shops and makes my shopping list. He's a little bit older though. Putting away the groceries, assist in making the bed, putting away clean utensils, matching the socks, putting their clothes into the laundry hamper, as I mentioned, helping clear or set the table, collect the mail, dusting with wearing a sock on their hand to help them kind of like clear the dust, and helping them clean their room.
Okay, so we need to prepare our kids for transitions. So decide how you want to initiate the transition. Use a timer, a verbal cue. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Use transition objects, a sound warning, or song. But each activity needs to have a clear start and finish. And the transition cue used should be consistent throughout your day. So then preparing your child for changes in the routine, this is going to happen. So let them know when and why their schedule might change on a particular day. And you want to validate their emotions and narrate your thoughts. Share your flexible thoughts and how you problem solved out loud. So you can model flexible thinking. For example, oh no, that's so disappointing. I feel sad and mad. I was excited about swimming today, but it's raining. Like what will we do? I know, let's get a container of water and wash our toy cars. I feel happy to play with water inside. Um, if plans change, communicate visually to prepare the child for the adjustments. You can have like a question mark on your visual schedule. This can mean that if they have a question mark, then they know something fun is about to happen. And then Melissa, if you want to
Mandatory quiet time, my favorite time.
do.
So quiet time is a time where you schedule a period during the day when your child can rest or play quietly or read a book quietly. It's the perfect time to wind down if you've had a busy morning or if you're getting ready for nap. You can set up peaceful environment for them to just relax. We turn on classical music and we have some like aromatherapy stuff that happens. You can also try dimming the lights, that helps, and the soft music. Mandatory quiet time is the time in a child's scheduled period during the day. Oh, I'm sorry, I just read that.
These are just activities to choose from.
Duh. Audiobooks or podcasts. I mentioned I listen to audiobooks. Sometimes I just let my kid listen to my audiobooks and I play my own. Blocks, puzzles, coloring. Sometimes they can dress their dolls up, just playing with stickers, stacking. Vehicles, even though sometimes vehicles can get loud in my house with the crashing. We just want to make sure that they are kind of playing quietly and have that time to recollect. Magnetic blocks, and sometimes pretend play. This me. Creating a summer tradition. So that's where we want to, and we want to eventually, so what we want to do is we want to create a specific thing or activity that we do every year that the child can count on to kind of help them mark their time. So like, for example, Christmas, we bake cookies. That's an example. You can do one activity or a few of them at the end of the year, like a countdown and something else that you would like to do. Make the activity as much as that they can participate in it as possible. I couldn't get that out.
It can be simple as just having like an end of the school year dinner or taking like every year you take a trip to the zoo at the end of the school year. You want to do
So
why?
is that me?
Yes.
Okay, self-care. Why is it important? Because when we're not our best selves, we can't really fully show up for our families, but it also causes lots of increased stress and anxiety. Decreased patience. I get very short when I'm exhausted, feel overwhelmed, and it affects your interactions with your children. Potentially burning out. I've had those years too where it's been a very big burnout for me because I just haven't like really taken time for myself at all during that year. And it's almost always trickled down into my family. It sets like a negative tone in the house too.
So you can spend time outdoors with your family. You can go for mindful nature walks. You can play the rainbow game, challenge the five flowers, cars, and other objects that represent every color of the rainbow. Or you can let them take photos on your phone of the different colors that they find. You can do blowing bubbles, draw with chalk, plan picnics, get out on bikes or scooters, try new hiking trails, swim or spend time in the water. And I know a lot of times we just spend time in our backyard, and during that time, like if my kids are like playing in a water table or playing in the sandbox, then I can take that time kind of to do self-care myself, like read a book. Other self-care activities is make a summer feel-good playlist, have a dance party in the kitchen, take a long cold shower, read a beach-worthy fiction, create and put your summer snaps into a scrapbook. So it's helpful to do something that's creative. Stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, and also enjoy iced beverages like iced coffee, iced tea, lemonade. Enjoy frozen foods such as ice cream or water ice. Enjoy eating seasonal fruits such as and vegetables such as watermelon. Look for things going on in your community. They have a lot of things going. A lot of times they're free, such as outdoor movies, yard sales, concerts, festivals, and try a new summer recipe. So here's some reflection questions. You can ask yourself, what's a book I've been wanting to read? A coffee shop or restaurant that you want to try? Is there a movie or TV series that you want to watch? Is there something that you used to do that you'd want to try again? Like I used to do yoga all the time. I've kind of put brakes on that. So maybe that's something I want to try again. Something new I've been wanting to try. As lame as this sounds, I'm going to try doing aquarium aquascaping for our fish. A friend I want to reach out, whether it's just sending a message, calling them, getting setting a date to meet. One way you'll take care of your health, and an activity or event I want to attend with my family. So these are all questions to help you think about how you can take care of yourself this summer. So if you want to refer another family, or you yourself as a family want peer-to-peer support, or you want to know more about our workshops or support groups, feel free to contact our program manager, Shu. Her email address and telephone are here on the slide. Also, if you go to Vision for Equality's website and go to programs, our program is Philadelphia Support Projects, and you can see events and sign up for our newsletter. But thank you for joining us today. Sorry.